Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Karen. She was very poor, and she was very pretty. In the summer, she walked with bare feet. In the winter, she wore heavy wooden shoes. Her feet became very red and sore. An old lady in the village felt sorry for Karen. She made a pair of shoes out of red cloth. They were not very neat, but they were very soft. Karen loved the red shoes very much. She wore them every single day. One day, Karen's mother passed away. Karen had to walk behind the coffin. She had no black shoes to wear for the funeral. She decided to wear her red cloth shoes. The people in the village thought she was very naughty for doing this. A rich old lady saw Karen walking on the road. She thought Karen was a very sweet girl. She decided to take Karen to her big house. She wanted to raise Karen like her own daughter. She gave Karen many beautiful and clean clothes. The old lady threw the red cloth shoes into the fire. She bought Karen many pairs of fine leather shoes. But none of the new shoes were red. Karen missed her old shoes. She often thought about how bright and pretty they were. One day, the queen came to the city with her daughter. The little princess was dressed in fine white silk. She wore beautiful shoes made of red leather. They were the most beautiful shoes Karen had ever seen in her whole life. Karen wanted a pair of red leather shoes just like the princess. She thought about them every morning. She thought about them every night. She did not care about her books. She only cared about the thought of owning red shoes. Soon it was time for Karen to go to the church. The old lady took Karen to a shoemaker. She wanted to buy Karen a pair of black shoes. Karen saw a pair of red leather shoes on a high shelf. They were wonderful. The old lady could not see very well. She did not notice that the shoes were red. She bought the red shoes for Karen to wear to the church. Karen was very happy. She put the red shoes on her small feet right away. The next morning, Karen went to the church with the old lady. Everyone looked at Karen's bright red shoes. The people thought it was wrong to wear red to church. Even the holy pictures on the walls seemed to look at her feet. Karen did not listen to the prayers in the church. She did not sing the holy songs with the other people. She only thought about her red shoes. She looked down at them and felt very proud. She thought she was very pretty. Outside the church door stood an old soldier. He had a very long red beard and a funny hat. He bowed to the old lady and looked at Karen. He said that the shoes were very fine for dancing. He tapped the shoes. The soldier told the shoes to never come off during a dance. Karen felt a strange pull in her feet. She began to take a few small steps. Suddenly, she was dancing down the street. She could not stop her feet from moving. The old lady was very surprised and very scared. She called for her footman to catch the girl. They caught Karen and pulled the shoes off her feet. Her legs finally stopped moving. The old lady was very angry with Karen for wearing red. Karen was told to never wear the red shoes again. They were put away in a high cupboard. But Karen could not stop thinking about them. She wanted to feel the soft leather again. She wanted to see the bright red color. One day, the old lady became very sick. She had to stay in her bed all day. Karen was supposed to take care of her. But there was a big dance in the town that night. Karen really wanted to go and dance. Karen went to the high cupboard and took out the shoes. She put them on her feet. She thought the old lady would not know. She walked to the dance hall. As soon as she got there, the shoes began to dance. Karen wanted to dance to the left side of the room, but the shoes danced to the right side. She wanted to stop and sit down, but the shoes kept moving. They danced out of the door and into the dark woods. The shoes danced over the sharp rocks and through the mud. Karen's dress was torn by the bushes. Her feet were very sore and tired, but the shoes did not stop. They danced past the church and into the deep valley. Karen saw the old soldier with the red beard. He laughed and said the shoes were dancing very well. Karen was very frightened. She tried to pull the shoes off, but they were stuck to her feet, like they were part of her. She danced through the day, and she danced through the night. She danced in the rain, and she danced in the snow. She was very lonely and very sad. She wished she had stayed home with the kind old lady in the bed. She danced past her own house. She saw people carrying a black coffin out of the door. The kind old lady had passed away. Karen cried because she was not there to say goodbye. She felt like a very bad girl. Karen danced toward the house of the man who cut wood. She begged him to help her. She told him her feet were trapped in the magic shoes. The man took his axe and cut off the red shoes from her. The shoes danced away into the dark forest, with the feet still inside them. Karen was left behind. She had no feet now. She had to use 2 wooden sticks to help her walk. She felt very humble and very small. Karen went to the church to ask for help. She wanted to be a good girl again. She worked very hard in the house of the priest. She cleaned the floors, and she helped the children. She was very kind to everyone. One Sunday, the people went to the church to pray. Karen stayed behind because she was ashamed. She sat in her small room and prayed to God. She asked for forgiveness for her greed and her pride. She cried softly. Suddenly, a bright light filled the tiny room. An angel appeared with white wings and a golden light. The angel told Karen that her heart was clean now. The angel took Karen by the hand and led her to the church. The church was full of flowers and soft music. All the people were happy to see Karen. She felt very peaceful and very light. She did not need her wooden sticks anymore. She was happy because she was finally at peace. Karen sat in the church and listened to the songs. She felt a great love in her heart. She was no longer thinking about red shoes or pretty dresses. She was only thinking about being good. She felt very warm inside. Her heart became so full of joy that it broke. Her soul flew up to heaven on the bright light. There was no one there to judge her. There were no red shoes to make her dance. She was finally home. The people in the church saw a bright light. They felt a soft wind blow through the room. They knew that Karen was safe now. They remembered her as a girl who learned a hard lesson. They were happy for her.